Hello, and welcome back to the Midweek Connection. My name is Pastor Tiffany Whitaker, and I serve at First United Methodist Church in Sealy, Texas. I am so glad you're here as we continue our journey through our 6-week series, Love Boldly, Serve Joyfully, and Lead Courageously. This Sunday, we're diving into part 3, to love boldly. And we're going to be looking at a few heavy-hitting scriptures. Leviticus 19, 9 to 18, Mark 12, 28 to 34, and John 13, 34 to 35. So let's focus in on Mark 12, 28 to 34. We've all heard it, right? It's the greatest commandment. When asked what the most important commandment was, Jesus answered, "The first is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. The second is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these." If you grew up in the church, you might feel like you've learned this by heart. But have we? Or have we just learned it by rote, memorized it? We know the words. We can quote the verses even. And sometimes we even simplify it, saying things like love God, love people. But we all know it simply is not that simple. When we really wrestle with the implications of this magnificent level of love, we begin to understand that Jesus is not describing a reaction or a feeling. He's describing a way of being. In a culture, love is often something that happens to us, like a reaction to a circumstance. But Jesus frames love as a command, an act of will, a choice to be made. In Mark 12, we see this scribe approach Jesus. And unlike other moments in the Gospels where people are trying to catch Jesus in a trap, this interaction is different because it's sincere. The scribe sees Jesus' wisdom, and they actually connect on a deeper level. Jesus talks about loving with all your heart, all your understanding, and all your strength. All is not a suggestion. All is an invitation to live full out, to not hold anything back, to not keep a little in reserve. And Jesus' response to that scribe, he says, "You are not far from the kingdom." Man, wouldn't you love to hear that? So what makes this a bold statement? As we'll see in our reading from Leviticus, this love includes hospitality to the neighbor, to the poor, and for the immigrant. In a world that's driven by fear, anxiety, and division, choosing love is actually a bold act of resistance. In John 13, Jesus gives us a new commandment. He says that this love will be our identifier. It's what makes us stand out. It's how the world will know we are his disciples. It means choosing to love not because the situation demands it, but because we are empowered by the Holy Spirit and commanded by Jesus Christ. And speaking of living out that faith, this Sunday is an especially joyous Sunday for our church family. It is Confirmation Sunday. We have the privilege of confirming 11 students who have been on a journey of exploration and learning. And this weekend, they will be taking the next step to publicly affirm their faith. Watching these young people stand up and declare their desire to love God and to serve neighbor even in a world that may not understand it. It is truly beautiful. It's a living example of what it means to love boldly. I can't wait to celebrate this milestone with them and with their families. And I want to invite you all to help us celebrate them with cake and ice cream immediately following the service. This Sunday, we're going to wrestle with the risk of what it means to love, and we are willing to love boldly in a culture that often prefers us to stay quiet. I invite you to read through those passages, Leviticus 19, Mark 12, and John 13. Before you join us this weekend, come ready to think about how we can move from just reciting the commandments to actually living them with everything that we've got. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday at 10. Until then, keep wrestling, keep seeking, and always keep loving boldly. Bye.